So as you can see, he can wipe out your entire team by himself. Hey guys, welcome back, and let's just get straight to the point. So let's get some basic stuff out of the way, and that is team formation. So there are really two type of formation in AFK journey. First is standard comps, and the second is hyper carry comps. So this is what standard comps would look like. There's one tank, one healer, one support, and two DPSs. This is what a standard comp would look like. The second one is just add another tank, and you can keep the healer there, or you can use the support there. This is another standard comp. And the last type of comp is a hyper carry comp. So what is a hyper carry comp? It is essentially a comp where you will pick one main DPS and the other 4 characters will support this character in any way. Like you have 2 tanks to protect the carry, you have Coco to give the damage reduction buff, to give the light drain. If you had a Rowan, which I don't, so you can use that to give energy to Cecilia so she can ult as fast as she can. The basic concept of any hyper comp team is that you have one main DPS and the other 4 characters will work and give every buff, every defensive, and just make that one character alive. So that's what a hyper carry comp is. Okay guys, so now the next thing we're gonna quickly go over are the heroes. There are some of the key heroes which are very beneficial for your account, and if you have them you can push a lot farther. So those are Rowan, Vala, and Brutus. So I will quickly go over them. Brutus' only job is to, like, after he dies, he can give your entire team 5 more seconds to do what they can. So he will just go in the front lines, so call the damage, and even after dying he can stay alive for 5 more seconds, taunting enemies and allowing your team to gather energy and everything they can in those extra 5 seconds, and hoping the backline and the support and the other people can cast their ultimate to finish the job. So his purpose is just to stay there, attack the enemy, taunt the enemy, and even after dying he can buy you 5 more seconds. So he's beneficial in lot of the later stages where enemy has too much damage and you need someone to take that damage for you, and by that time so your backline can cast out their ultimates. So he's very good for that. The next one is Rowan, and what Rowan allows you to, he allows you to cast ultimate even before enemy can do. So his ultimate is he can give 250 energy to allies, and this will allow your backline, your or even your tanks, everybody in your tank, to dish out the ultimate before enemy can. And if you can cast ultimate before enemy can, there is a higher chance you can clear that stage. And he is being used in late game a lot because this thing is very beneficial. And the next and the last part is Vala. So what Vala allows is let's just take an example, live example here. If you go to our AFK stages, and let's just pretend that you wanna get to Cecilia, but in general cases and in most cases, if you do not have Vala, you cannot get to her. First you'll have to kill these and these people to get to her. But what Vala allows you, let's just pretend I have a Vala, and this is Vala because I don't have Vala. So what Vala can do is that she can directly target Cecilia from here, and when the ultimate is full, she can even snipe her, or even she can even go to melee range into the enemy territory to get rid of that particular enemy. So the Vala's sole purpose is to get to the backline and clear out any annoying or the most dangerous units in the game. So he's very beneficial for a few of the stages or a lot of the stages where you need a Vala to clear that stage. Alright guys, this next thing we're gonna talk about are equipment. So if you go into the equipment, the first thing you might always wanna do is level up your marksmen, because they are the units which will deal the most damage to the enemies. So you have to keep them up to date to the max tier you can forge. And then the second one is tank, and the last one is support. And even in equipment there is a order. You should always upgrade your stuff, which is for marksman this is left to right, because if you look at here, attack speed, and crit. These all three stats are very valuable and beneficial for marksman. Whereas if you go to the last one, uh, it has a defense stat, but these ones are also good, and these all are defensive. This two is defensive, and one at attack. The basic idea is if you are upgrading from left to right, you can say there are more beneficial stat here than defensive stat, which will help the marksman. Same for the tank, but in the tank you are going to level tanks from right to left. As you can see, it has so many defensive stat, and the main stat is haste. So what is haste? Haste is just like a cooldown which will make your any character have their ultimate come up faster, make them do their attack animation faster, so they can generate more energy, and just rinse and repeat. Haste is just a basic terms cooldown, and it is a very very important stat for any character in the game, whether it's tank, support, or any character. So if anything has haste in it, is it extremely good. So in tank, just upgrade from right to left, and same thing for support, go from right to left, because it has haste, it has so many defense stat, because your support needs to be alive to do the things. Hey guys, another thing I would like to mention is whenever you are leveling up your units, always level up your one main tank and one damage dealer first. And why is that? Because if you go to the stats page, there is a stat called proficiency. So what essentially this is, if this thing is lower than the enemies, then your abilities and the CCs, or the effects of your ability will work less, and hence they can die very easily. Let's say if Thorn can mitigate 30% of someone's damage, but just because your proficiency is low, then the power of that skill will be lower, and you might be able to just mitigate 20% of the damage rather than 30% of the damage. So that stat is very essential when you're pushing the content. So always level up your one main tank first and one damage dealer first, so they can get the most of their powers. Hey guys, future me here. If you are so far getting good value from the video, then please just subscribe and push the like button down below. Okay guys, so the next step is the interface itself. So if we look at here, we have so many options here, and let's just quickly go over it. This thing, as the game suggests, it can show you who the enemies are focusing and who your enemies are focusing, and this might be a very simple thing, but if a lot of people have this thing off, and let's just say you might want to get rid of this enemy first because he's very dangerous and he is the only one who can kill your entire team. So if you think like, okay, I will put Sasya here, and you just imagine that she is damaging him, but if you turn on this, you can actually see that Sasya is actually damaging this guy. So you can use this to, it is a very simple thing, but it can go a long way. Okay guys, so the next thing we're going to talk about is this screen. So what this button does is it can show what class the enemies are from, or what factions are they from. So we can use this to our advantage, and because if you look here, first we have faction bonuses. So if we have at least three characters of the same faction in our team, then we are going to get some additional stats. And also we can use the faction to just like the Pokemon system, like fire is super effective on grass is super effective on water, and water is super effective on fire. So if you want to kill this enemy first, Mauler, as you can see, Mauler deal 15% more damage to wilders and take 15% more damage from light bearers. So what we can actually do is we can put him or even Corn here. So Corn will deal 15% more damage to this guy and take 15% more damage to him. So you can use factions like this to your advantage if you want to mid-max and push the content. Okay guys, so the next thing I want to talk about is identifying the comp. So you can actually look at the enemies, and this is like if you actually want to be very sweaty and go very deep, you can actually identify the comp and choose out who are the main threats of the comp, and you will plan accordingly to take out that targets first. As for this is a very good stage to show you that example, like this guy right here. When we go to his third skill, which is set, gains a stack of bloodlust when the HP of a non-summoned enemy first falls below 33%, up to 3 stacks. Each stack permanently increases his haste by 10 and life drain by 7, and Seth gains 25% physical and magic defense when he first trigger bloodlust. So what this essentially is, like if you do not focus this guy and he starts getting this thing, then he will deal more damage and he will have his haste lower by 10, which is like his attack animation will be faster and he will be able to stack this effect more fastly, rapidly, and he will also gain life steal. He will also gain defensive stuff, very dangerous. So as we identified the comp, so what I will do is actually plan a comp around him so we can first and quickly take out this guy before he can just stack up his stacks. Okay guys, this is just a quick little tip, but let's say you are a very higher power deficit and enemy has a lot of DPS. As we can see here, we have 4 DPS, and if you're using the standard 2 tank comp and your tank is just getting fucking obliterated, then you can actually use a triple tank comp and format them like this, so the aggro is split evenly between them, and just put a healer and your Sisya, and you might be able to win some stage with this formation, because I have in the past, so I can speak from experience. Like these things can work and make you cross a stage or two. Hey guys, so the next thing we're gonna talk about is actually using the things provided over you by the game, like these flamethrowers, these barrels, or sometimes there will be a tile which will be buffed, providing you with instant full energy or double casting your ultimate or things like that. And now I will show you, and I will play a video of my another account just showing how by using these things can make a difference and make you actually clear a stage. Hey guys, if you actually got the value from this video, then I would highly encourage you to push that subscribe button and push that like button, because your only one subscribe and one like can actually make a very massive difference for a small channel like me, who is just starting to create content and things. So your like and subscribe is massively appreciated, and you can just share the video to other people who are might also be struggling in clearing stages. And I hope this video helped, and if you want to see something else, just comment down below and I will do my best to make a great video on it, and just be straight to the topic, no more yapping and stuff, and just give you the value instead. So